Greetings, adventurers! It is I, once again, Paulo Garbanzo, and we are ready for the Haiku Wrap Up. All right, well, we actually don't have Romulus today, but I'm still playing the opening scenes. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Once again, our show is sponsored by Eisendor's Vault of Tragic Treasures. You can go to their Kickstarter, which launches in just 2 more weeks. It's Eisendor's Vault of Tragic Treasure on Kickstarter, and I'm going to throw that link in the comments in just a minute. But once again, thanks everybody for coming. Hey, let's roll that opening footage.
At each close of show, to see Romulus we go. Haiku synopsis. In 575, hear our wizard summarize these strange times we've had.
Chirp, 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 every time. Well, my friends, who has showed up at Romulus's lair? A few of us. We have, well, I believe we still have Mermab Fish Lips. Hello, Mermab.
Hello. I'm still highly irrational.
Just arrived from her pie side quest. We have Mayhemmer, formerly Rat the pirate.
I'm in my pajamas. I forgot to change my name.
That's right. That's right.
And I needed dinner. So
yes. Oh, I think we all did. And of course, coming back once again, we have Louie. Hello.
Oh, rolling dice, eating mice. Sorry about the rhymes.
Kicking lice.
Yeah,
Don't worry, haikus don't have to rhyme. That's the best part. All right. Well, hi, everybody. Blondie again. Screaming Dragon. Of course, the crew is here as well. Sally. Hello, hello. And not only tonight are we going to do, we're just going to review the shows this past week, like we always do for the Haiku Wrap Up. But we have the mailbag of holding.
yes.
That's right. We have received some really, really awesome things from some of our fans. Just some guy from Tennessee. And Kathy, I think it was. Let me see. Wait. Here we go. Kathy Evans. Yes. Yes. And of course, I remembered their names before. Couldn't remember. And I don't know what they are. Ansa actually opened them up and made sure that they were ready to go for the game for tonight. I don't know what they are, but she squealed every time she opened them.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
So, yeah. And just some guy, just so you know, you gave us so much stuff. We're gonna save some of it for next week because that's just
we're gonna split your stuff up, dude.
Yeah, it's too exciting apparently. But apparently I have like the right stuff.
There's a lot of tape.
Yeah. There was a lot of tape. I only saw like how they were wrapped, like each individual thing was wrapped, and I was like, "Holy, what in the world is going on here?" And
let me angle my.
Yes. Oh yeah. And don't worry, Kitty Chaos. We are gonna wait for a little bit. Right now,
wait.
What we're gonna do is talk to May about last week's Gothic horror gaming. That was episode 2.
Yes.
Thursday night, 10 p.m., my friends, we have our new show, Gothic Horror Gaming, run by Tommy Zadoyko, who is a fantastic, not only fantastic gamer, fantastic performer, amazing voice. He does voiceovers. You can actually join his Patreon, and you can get all sorts of things that he's written and voiced by his deep, dark, sultry voice. And so May, since you were there, tell us all about what happened.
Okay, so the first game left us off split up for the second game, so we were all in our own little sections. My character Martha went to save the other third child. Oh, my iPad is just hold on.
A haunted iPad to go with.
To go and save the librarian Anne. So Martha took her back to the inn to play dress up, so to speak. Christine's character went to go talk to the wife of the man that decided to run away with their youngest child. Turns out they were kidnapped by skeletons, it looked like.
Like you do.
Happens.
Yeah, as you do. Alex and Arthur's Rowan's character, they went to go find the old man again who left archaic gold coins on the bar. And they
I'm not gonna
were
say Atlantean, but maybe they
Atlantean.
were Atlantean.
But Alex's character, the Englishman, somehow swiped one of them by paying £20 for a single coin. But he still got off pretty good because we ran the actual currency of what a gold coin would run today, and he got off really good. So they tracked him down, the old man that left the coins, and it turns out it was him smoking a pipe with 3 other little wisps of smoke, smoking pipes. I'm not gonna say leprechauns, but leprechauns. So they talk to him. They end up bursting the bubble that he's friends with a bunch of leprechauns. Back at Martha's shenanigans, she somehow convinced the widow Boyne to let her dress her up. So she put flowers in her hair. That's after taking a walk around the lake. That is highly sus for that time of year. Way too perfect because Martha knows water because she's just a seamstress. Why would she know anything about water? So she, Alex did. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that coat, Sally. So Martha was like, that's highly sus that some random dude after your husband died just shows up and now y'all are like boo things that go walking. Cool. And his name is Cullen. Turns out 3 of the wee folk that the old man mentioned, one of their names was Cullen. So neither one of our characters knew at the time until they got back to the inn. And Arthur's character was like, his name was Cullen. And she goes, yeah, some random dude. And he goes, oh God, she's dating a leprechaun.
Nice.
And Christine's character was like, this is irrational. This doesn't make sense. This isn't science. So meanwhile, Martha's like, yeah, bump all that. I'm going to go spy on this woman. So like she dresses her up. She escorts her out. She stealths behind the tree, hides because a seamstress knows how to stealth. And she waits with her cane, and she waits until she hears a bunch of stuff. Apparently the leprechauns think that all the people in town are nosy. A 20 franc gold coin is almost $400 if you can find one. So the dude actually ended up disappearing right after I got a good look at him. My role says he's a leprechaun. So she escorts the widow back inside, lets her go clean up dishes. Martha's like, y'all, there's leprechauns, like legit leprechauns. And Christine's like, that doesn't make sense. Like, it's just, no, like, I don't care. It's fantasy, whatever. And then there's a scream and a crash. And my character, somehow being the fastest after changing out of her fancy garb into all dark clothing for some strange reason to go walk outside in the dark, runs in there first. And there's corpses. Not skeletons, but rotting corpses.
The bones must come from somewhere.
Exactly. So my character just happens to have a sword cane and lops an arm off. Arthur, the fighter, apparently just bops one in the face after a left or right and the upper hook. Christine's character is shook. But she has a frail body, so she can't fight. So she just grabs the chick that I saved and backs them into a corner. And then Alex is like, oh, good. I took fencing as a child, and pulls out a sword cane, too. And Arthur's
sword canes for everybody. Sword canes all around.
Arthur was like, the Englishman makes sense. Why does the seamstress have a sword cane?
And then someone else showed up with a triangular sword.
I know, right? Pew! But they ended up destroying the corpses, saved them, and that's where we left off. He's a leprechaun. Wait, what? What is happening? Date a leprechaun.
Can I ask it all? Can I ask?
Yes.
Because I haven't seen this series yet.
Mm-hmm.
What system are you playing? Because I really like, just real quick, it sounds like it's almost like real life you're entering this is
Yeah,
this
so
is in a D&D
so
world or something.
yeah, so Tommy has this system. He's played it in modern times where you can literally just Google stuff.
Okay,
But
fine.
this is the 1800s.
All
So we're
right.
all normal human beings.
Yeah.
And where's my cheat sheet? So you have a primary trait and 2 secondary traits.
Okay. Is this like a gumshoe thing or something like that?
I
Or
can't remember the name of
it wasn't it? It's like an original chill system, but then it's modified.
Yeah,
it's like a simple sort of attributes and some basic skills you might have and stuff.
You
Nothing
literally
too
just have 3
story.
You just have it's mainly
Yes.
role play. You get 3
Okay.
traits, and if it falls under that trait, you can either roll 4d6 for your primary, 3d6 for your side traits, and anything else is like 1d6.
Okay, fun. Okay.
It's super simple, and it makes it a lot more ROLL play.
Yes.
I mean ROLE. Jesus.
Yeah.
Just from that sum up you were giving, it felt like there was a lot of story and like being there and seeing those characters and like discovering those things, and that was all thick and no combat was mentioned, which was
so that was our first combat at the end. Everything else was like research or rolling something that's like, oh, I have social graces as a side trait, so I'm trying to get them to believe me that I'm not an escaped convict. But like you just have to like it's just like you have to rationalize, and he knows all our characters. Nobody knows what my character actually is. Everybody else
is a seamstress.
A seamstress is what we heard with the sword cane.
Yes,
somehow
that just happens to know how to
long needle
climb up a tree.
Yeah.
But she, who has a lot of knowledge, some really random stuff. But she, but like for instance, combat. I get to roll a 4d6 because of my primary trait. But yes, but but now that we've got it kind of sorted out, saintly assistance. I was just about to say, Reverend Tommy.
Okay, great.
So you can either add a d6 to somebody's roll or subtract a d6 from somebody's roll. So like one roll,
have 2 d6 to use at that point.
1. So, so instance, when I was doing something, I had 4d6 because of my primary trait. Great. Sally here spent 1,000 points and subtracted a d6. So I can only roll 3d6.
Okay, great. Fun.
And there's a target number that he has set, that you have to match. And in combat, he doesn't tell you what it is. It's YOLO, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Like with research and stuff, like, like the doctor has whatever that she had to roll for her primary trait. So she gets 4d6. Like me for doing clothing, it was a 3d6 because it's a side trait. It's not my primary trait. So yeah, it's something that Tom made, put together himself, and it's like way more interactive with the characters rather than, all right, roll 24,000 dice, which I love too, but because of this hunt the story down, the mysteries, you kind of need the less dice rolling, more conversation with these NPCs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I like that will hopefully then inform some other role playing you're doing as well, going that role playing heavy. You mix those things, playing multiple different systems really helps you get a feel for playing in the system you like the best, or and it was really easy. It
was really easy to scene hop too. Yeah, like I say, it's very different, but it's a lot more definitely more acting involved. So like, I was in my scene, he did it, boom. It was real fast transitions to move between all the different
and the scenes are more definitely thematic as far as like opening scene is, you actually call them, the scene.
Yes.
The curtain rises, basically. And there's presumed actions before, and then and then when the scene is over, you just end it. Instead of like in Dungeons and Dragons, you play everything out. You kind of like, and then I buy 14 arrows from the arrow shop or whatever. You're like
ish, right?
Right.
But maybe then hopefully you're also in Dungeons and Dragons more, bringing that role playing heavy, which I feel is one of the wonderful things about Nat 21 is you are crafting that little like perfect little mush of the role playing and the technical D&D that makes it like we can tell the story, we can keep this rolling, everybody's involved. It's a show. Well done, well crafted.
It's a nice change. It's like I love D&D, but it's a nice change of pace as well.
Yes.
But
yes,
it helps us
beautiful.
bring in other stuff. Like I know Melissa wanted to do Delta Green again that we did before with different characters. And I'm like, please somebody do this because I want to watch someone else that's diving face deep into this game that you have no idea what's happening. And it was very kind of role heavy too, because role play heavy, because we were like all getting to know each other and we don't know what's really going on. And then we are rolling dice, but they were like, holy crap, are we going to discuss this? And then you have all these quirks that you have to work out overnight because everybody has their thing that they have to sort out with themselves.
So yeah, and we're going to run that particular game has got a couple more episodes.
I think Thursday's the last one.
Thursday, right?
I think we're done Thursday.
One more.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we're gonna then Melissa's gonna run a game. They're gonna keep that Thursday night as our horror Friday on a Thursday.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
And it's gonna be great. And oh yes, I would have Sally. Throw out 18 pages, so much backstory.
Sorry, DM.
Well, gosh, so should we move on to the next game?
Oh, Sally, yes, still. I think it's still at 10 p.m. Are we
Still
going
at
to
10,
that time? Okay, for all of okay, yeah.
Yes,
Sally.
the dark and spooky. It's the witching hour. And, somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic, the witching hour. So, yes. Well, this brings us to our next game.
Wait, I must say real quick. I wrote a haiku for the Gothic Horror Show. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
I'll get my gong ready.
Yes.
Does it involve flames?
Maybe.
Gothic Horror Show. Things you can never unsee. Oh yeah, they went there. Like to hear it again.
Mab, we got to bring these characters back together somehow.
Oh my God.
Pyra and Mermaid.
they were very fun.
They were fun. So last week,
Right.
what happened?
Oh,
Well,
I have to say something else, if I may.
Absolutely.
Say thing. I may have watched this show before once or twice. And I know that Romulus always starts the show with his love haiku for Gorgor. So, in his absence, I have written a haiku for Gorgor. Would you like to hear it?
Absolutely.
For the hot Gorgor, you don't need a bookworm boy. Get a sorcerer. Would you like to hear it again?
I know. Yeah.
I kind of do, but
Yeah. The bookworm boy, like that really is just like that's it.
I'm gonna go with Ansa that Mab is Murmur-Gabor instead of Jaja.
Mab is Murmur-Gabor.
There you
Oh,
go.
so
Dang. All right. It almost fits. I bet we can do it. I bet we can make it happen.
we can make
Different
it.
realms have different syllables.
Oh, she is poaching Rom's gal. I mean, Pyrat don't discriminate either. Pyrat is equal opportunity.
So yeah. Oh my. I really, this is my I just love this show because we're just it's
Ridiculous.
It is what it is. Almost as ridiculous as my very convoluted plot for the Tuesday night Nat 21 show.
Oh,
I have to say, you know what happens when you do all the things that I wrote down? Convoluted plot. That's what happens. That's what happens.
You can't help it sometimes. It's hard not to get convoluted when you're just like, I'll just add a little more to the story. I'll just add a little more to the story. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, they used 2% of what I spent with the week on.
I was about to just I was going to write a chart of so here's all the factions, and then these are the ones that got involved, and these are and then it literally, I just drew the picture of the meme of the guy who's going, and he's on the board with all the arrows pointing to the thing. Yeah, that guy.
From Always Sunny, that dude, Charlie or something with the board.
Louis, does that not look like Matt? I mean, I'm sorry, not Matt.
Duncan?
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, yeah, that guy.
We'll
Totally.
see if we can
Every
get him
time
to
I see it.
pose with it.
Yeah, looks like Duncan.
But you have this whole amazing storyboard with threads connecting the different towns and characters
Oh,
and
yeah.
scenes. And then your players kind of go in and they're like, great, that's cool. Let's disconnect your threads and just put them somewhere else we want.
I'm gonna stab that guy. Go, and then I'm gonna like. And you're like, no, that was the guy. Oh, Doug.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah.
Oh my God,
That's
Sally.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, somebody's gonna flying carpet. Yeah, hey, that's fine. I wanted them to have a flying carpet. I want them to have travel because unless the travel is meaningful, I'm just one of those dungeon masters who, like, when I was a kid, sure, random encounters all the time, but I'm like, I want to get to the story. So
Yeah.
Flying Fortress, yes, absolutely.
Done.
Done.
Yeah.
So,
but if the story takes you down the path of, hey, maybe us going on horseback through these mountains matter, maybe you'll tell that story. But most of the time, you just kind of want to get to the next town and meet that next.
Can I ask where the vampires came from?
Where the vampires? The vampires have always been there.
I know, but I blame Jan for how this is just completely.
Oh, that was
I wrote a haiku.
Oh.
Yes.
Would you like to hear it?
Tell us.
Of course.
Is she vampire? Or is she a demon ride? Oh, yeah.
Demon ride.
Possess. Would you like to hear it again?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so can we just talk about how we had a whole meeting with this super fancy wizard who maybe may or may not get on Hypatia's nerves on the deal, since he wants to act superior than the noble, and who has money. But how we had to have a discussion with them, figure out stuff at the temple. Augustus jumping in a pool of sharks for whatever freaking reason.
I can work with that.
Sweet talking a group of vampire hunters that she decided to slum it at.
I know, right? That was awesome. I was like, okay. We suddenly, and I was like, yeah, there's vampires hunters hang outside of town because there's so many deals going around that there's not a lot of jobs for vampire hunters unless the vampires break the deals. Mm-hmm. So they kind of just hang outside, even though there's tons of vampires living in the creepy garden district. They can't touch them; they're off limits.
Yeah, bump that.
and then I was like, unless of course things are off. I think that's all deals are off. All bets literally off. So
my favorite thing I saw from that was you have the sweet talking Hypatia. She's like, check this out. And then you have the loon who's like, dude, all these guys want to do is kill vampires. No need for sweet talk. All you have to see is open season.
Look, she just all she knows is sweet talk. Her mother would be her mother's already disappointed in her. She would be more disappointed if she didn't even try to sweet talk them. If she just would have got to business. She's trying not. Which, by the way, I blame Shakespeare for now her parents coming to town for dinner.
Right,
which is gonna be a whole nother shit show.
You know they're gonna come. They're gonna arrive right at the wrong moment. You know that, right?
I hope so, to where she's gonna be like, so are you gonna help?
Right.
Or because y'all are older than me, which means y'all have way more stuff. So can y'all just help me eradicate this and then you can ground me? But like, and they're gonna be like, honey, it's cocktail season. We cannot do this right now. We still have our wine.
Yeah. So we had and we have we have our other player, Kitty Omega 3.14159.
That was super
chaos.
Five chaos. Yes.
Hi everybody.
And,
Hey.
oh my gosh. So hello, Kitty.
Well,
Kitty
I realized I had to join because there's no way that I can remember what happened last week unless I'm here for the
Right.
haiku wrap up.
We've
Really
been jumping around a little bit. So 1 week ago, I just have to wait. We have to jump back to the Jan.
Oh
who,
God, yes.
1 week ago, with the help of Banana Assassin and Kazoo at the very end, she got back, and then she got back to the prime material plane with a chalice of Mott Oth, a name that
Oh my
should remember.
That
I just
name
thought about
sounds
that.
terribly familiar.
That is
Way
where
too familiar.
yes. She got the chalice in the book. She came back to the committee leader, who is a vampire. She was like, yeah, you know what? Totally done being your little runabout person. I totally did not see her killing him. I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming. I don't know why. I missed it. How could I miss? She totally jammed everybody.
Wait, that's why I was so confused, because I was like, wow, it's taking her a long time to kill me. I was supposed to be a 10-minute quit, like just 10-minute hit it done. And it was like 45 minutes. I was like, girl, murder me.
Right.
Murder me.
Jan works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, and then like when I was getting ready for my thing with Yas, I go back. I'm like, what is happening? Wait, what? And then I'm like, why is Kazoo and the Banana Assassin in this scene? What is going on?
Everything's all coming together.
I walked.
She gets back. She then kills the leader vampire. And by the way, and that was the whole thing. I was like, if she became a vampire from his blood, she wouldn't kill him, because then she would be under his thrall. And then the spirit of Mott was like, yo, don't do that. You gotta cleanse that blood, and then you can and so using little squid things to suck the blood out of the vampire, all the machinations. And then it was like, yeah, now take the blood, now become a vampire. She is her own Janpire. That's right. And and it is hilarious. So she is now the leader of the committee. What's left of it, half the committee was like, whoa, we're not touching that, and they left. The other half was like, stab, stab, stab. And then now she's making, and then she took the rest of the warlocks and was like, now you're mine. And they're like,
you're a vampire. You're a vampire.
Everybody gets
vampire.
She's the Oprah of vampires.
Yeah, they were turned into vampires. Warlocks turned into vampires.
Yeah. Half warlock, half vampire, 100% kicking ass.
Yeah.
Is it a warpire or a vamplock?
Yeah.
I'd like vamplock.
I think sounds like a band.
Kitty is asking the important questions.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Y'all keep me around for a reason.
Yes.
The adventure, however, the players on Tuesday night, they got the info that crap was going down. They met the other wizards who were part of the one person who Kazoo had killed, the Soulless, the little Soulless lady. Her name was Soulless. That's her last name. Soulless, not Soulless. Like, oh, some souls. No, Soulless. She had no soul.
Like, oh, I thought it was like soulless, like helpful.
Yeah.
Soulless. S-O-L, like, oh.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah.
I'm dropping clues like they was on fire. Nobody's picking up. Anyway. So,
but wait. Oh, now I'm mad. I just got it. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm real pissed off.
Next time, write it out.
Yeah, I don't
Soulless. She has no soul. We're gonna use her behind to put another one of the souls into. Now
that's why they had to gack her. Anyway,
I'm done. I'm dead.
It all comes together.
I get it. I get it.
Wait, I still don't get it.
Okay.
Kitty.
So there's two words that sound like the word solace. Soulless and soulless.
So we have an extra soul. This is
Kitty, you're fired.
we have an extra soul that's got to go somewhere.
So
we'll work on it.
The train wreck just doesn't end. Right? It just keeps kind of
building.
All right. So they get 2 gems to be able to try to suck those spirits out of Kazoo, because they have their hearts set on helping Kazoo, even though Jan is wrecking the place.
No, no,
Main
she's not.
character. Hypatia not thrilled about helping Kazoo.
She's just only helping her so she can punch her in the face a few times.
That's right.
That's it.
Now-
That's the only reason.
Now that I've got you back, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Remember how you stabbed me in the back in my face? Well, I'm about to punch you in your face.
Oh,
Or
and
stab
Reverend
you in
Jan-
the back.
I can already see it now. Like we're gonna have like a happy resolution. Everybody, like the day is gonna be saved, and we're all like getting ready to do a team high five, and then
Hypatia just rolls in.
Ow.
That's for the freaking blades in my freaking face.
At that point, Kazu will only have like 1 hit point with the damage. And after all
That's
we've
fine.
done to save her,
fine.
she'll
No.
be dead.
I can bring her back. I got spells for that.
heal her,
Spells.
heal her, because I want her to feel this.
I
when
know.
hit her
I got
again.
spells. I got spells. I got temporary hit points I can give her just so she can feel this fist coming. She's ready.
Right. So and then
Temporary hit points just to beat her up a little bit more.
Yeah.
just
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I guess that's how it's done.
so
And then I
they
can
get the
resurrect
gems.
her. If she drops, I can resurrect her.
Yeah.
They've
there you go.
sent Andweave and Ayuric out to find the
Oh.
other group of warlocks who have been hiding out. The warlocks who are the study warlocks, the warlocks that like the tomes, the books, the information, you know, those guys. They probably have the information you need.
Yeeks.
Surprise. And yeah, so if there was only some way to subdue Kazoo, if only there was some way that
That's the thing. That's the
Hmm.
thing. It was just like moments ago. Like you notice this moon here.
yeah.
It became full while we were talking. Made a trans-dimensional warp gate. I then was delivered this pie, which I want to give to you.
Oh.
I want to give this to you so that you can have it. Because that might be able to help Kazoo. Actually, that's pi, the circumference by diameter pi. You can use that. Here's the thing. Most of the notes I took tonight said that will transfix a demon, allowing Kazoo to escape.
So
Pass that
I'll give
on
this
to the best
party.
friend outpost.
I'll give this to the party. I'll put it on their table. There'll be a pie there waiting for them on Tuesday night.
That would
If
be
I
beautiful, my
understand
friend.
correctly,
Are
that
you
may
gonna
be
leave a
slightly
note?
hazardous. That may be slightly hazardous in Quest Rent Castle. From what I've seen, there is well, how to say, a half orc.
Loon is either going to immediately eat it or put drugs in it. I don't know which. It's
Don't
50
eat more
50.
drugs.
Out of my hands, literally out of my hands.
Make sure you put a note with it.
Put a note with it.
But a note,
I am from the South. You will put a gift card with that freaking gift. There should be
All
a
right.
note.
Here's another thing I would have to say. Have you ever lived in a hippie household?
That
You know how
that would-
notes work, right?
that would not be like a sign of protection.
Okay, look. When I went to college, there was a house. There was a manse called the Greenhouse. You already know why it was called the Greenhouse. But it was also
That's
a bunch of private.
blasphemous.
But it was a bunch of. It was a bunch of like private college kids, so we at least did read notes, just in case it was, dude, your parents are on their way back, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
right.
That's important.
Yes.
So that's
Well-
the type of house I was in.
Speaking of that, so that's where the Nat 21 Tuesday Night Adventure left off, with the party kind of in this moment of like finding out that that Janpire was wrecking the place, and that she's making her own warlock vampires, her vamplocks. And so Janpires and vamplocks all over the place with the help of this demon-possessed Kazoo and a banana assassin. And
Still trying to figure that one out.
we're trying to figure that one out. That's right.
Who
And
did
and
that?
the party manages to get an entire squad of vampire hunters who have been chomping at the bit to stab a vampire. They have their work cut out for them now, because now, of course, all these new vampires, they're not part of the thing. The HOA in the Creepy Garden District is ready to knock these vampires out, because they're not playing by the rules. So There's no laws in Magecroft, but there sure are a ton of rules. So if you don't play by the HOA's rules,
you're out.
You're out.
All I'm gonna say is Hypatia was trying to get the vampire hunters.
Oh yeah.
But she was also trying to get some vampire hunter. Didn't work. But she got vampire hunters.
Yeah.
But she got like,
oh, I'll show you where there's a vampire. It's right in here. Come stake it.
You're fired.
Yeah, but it just didn't work out. That's the thing. The dice didn't support that. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
But the dice supported her parents, Sean.
It's true. It's true. So this pie that will be waiting for the quest friends.
Yes.
That came from tonight's side quest. With Louie.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
Nice segue.
By the way, Louie, I just want to point out, is the owner of Little Empires.
That's
Little
right.
Empire, singular.com.
LittleEmpire.com on Etsy, places like that. Trying to make gaming artifacts for people who like to game, trying to make art. My brother and I, we make things like this dice jail. Oh,
I love the dice jail.
Yeah.
You open it up and the dice live in there, and you're like, get in there, dice. You've been bad. And then while you're not looking out of the corner of your eye, you see it move in the darkness. And then we make like this dice holder right here. Oh. And you roll your dice inside of it, like this Nat 21 dice, and you're like, every time I roll in there, it's a high number.
What is that made of?
This is polyurethane. So my brother sculpted this out of Sculpey.
It's like
Let me see if I can get that in the dice jail there. Dice jail back. He sculpted out of Sculpey, and then he casts it in polyurethane, and then he hand paints it these colors.
Holy crud!
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Can you reuse the mold that you make multiple times?
Yeah, so he gets we try to keep track of it a little bit, like 25 solid, and then pushes it beyond that mold, maybe 50. I'm not 100% on the number.
Crud.
So that many molds, and then the mold will eventually deteriorate at some point. And you got to make, so his first cast, he remakes as like a new mold sort of thing. So he kind of tries. And then, and then he did a bigger one too, which is fun. Boop, 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 boop.
Wow.
Nice.
So, and this is a little dragon. Anyway, check it out.
I do some sculpting, and I would like very much to learn more of this polyurethane casting technique.
Yeah, I haven't delved into casting yet, because it's like you collect all of the things that you need to be able to sculpt the way that you want, and then like molding is a whole different world. Where
it's a whole nother world. The Wizards of Candlekeep have documents on these sorts of items, and they'll be able to share them with you for sure. I also recommend a wonderful. Can I recommend a wonderful YouTube channel here? Yeah, Craftsman. Yeah, really fun. He does a lot of great stuff on how to make molds and do molds and stuff, and he's got a very laid back Bob Ross relaxed vibe about him that's beautiful to hang out with.
Nice.
So that sort of thing is cool.
This sounds like another hobby I don't need to pick up.
Everybody add a hobby.
I just bought a 3D printer, so
exactly. Here we go.
I just dodged the casting bullet with resin. I just dodged that. I've got Frank helping me out on that. Nice. And by helping me, I bought him stuff and said, experiment.
Have fun.
Yes.
I made the mistake just this week, and I bought some resin, so I guess I'm going down that road now.
Well, have fun.
Good on all of you for doing all these things. That's so fun.
Are we tuning in tomorrow for making it with the crew, crafting with the crew?
Yeah.
And don't forget, Louie also has Level Up with Louie.
I love that show.
Oh, Paula, you're being so sweet tonight.
I love that show. I've tuned in.
Yeah, I try to catch it every time I can. So it's great.
Same.
Oh man, it's so good, so good. So
thank you.
Check him out. He's all over the place. This guy's great.
Thank you.
That guy.
Ah, shucks, I'm
love
thinking,
Louie.
you guys are all so good too. I'm just so proud of you. I want to
No.
cry.
I'm just
Aw.
proud to be on the show.
Well,
So good. I'm so
since
happy.
he's all broken up, and we haven't actually delved into the Sunday side quest yet.
I know,
No,
right?
You
Yeah.
have
That will
the
break.
MVP for the Tuesday
Yes.
night game, by the ways, which is in haiku form, which is why I have my gong stick. And
Not
it goes thusly. This week's MVP, Hypatia, is furious. Wants to punch Kazoo.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
So maybe since you are the MVP, you might probably get some sort of little vampire protection, maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Without
probably-
having to bang a vampire hunter, I'm here for it.
There you go.
Without
You
having
can just
to.
get extra that way.
Yeah, that will offer all kinds of protection if I understand how it's done.
So, so our Sunday side quest we just finished just an hour ago. For those of you who may or may not have seen it, it's Pie Day, everybody. It's Pie Day. So
Oh, look,
this
I
was-
must share. I actually got a pie. Magnus
As
ran
everyone
out
should.
and got me some pie
nice.
From
Oh,
Pie.
that's a pie.
from Pop's Pies.
Counts, I guess. Counts.
Perfect.
Pop
Perfect.
Pies.
So the whole
Extra
quest,
count.
the whole quest on Sunday side quest was to make a pie.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, why not just tie it in with the other game, which is what we've been doing with our Sunday side quests. And I was like, we need a magic item that will perhaps slow down Kazoo so they can wrap this up in just a few more episodes. So why not make a pie that can stop a demon? And that's exactly what it is. You know, and this is a thing. Also, vampires are legendarily, not necessarily in Dungeons and Dragons, but they are. It's like a level of OCD where if you spill a bunch of rice, they have to count them, and that sort of thing. So that's a whole like a thing. You take a bunch of toothpicks and like throw it on the ground, and the vampire has to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 317. Oh crap! Where'd they go?
Yeah,
Fire
what
demon.
is that? Yeah, how did that evolve in our culture? Is that some sort of like take on like an OCD level situation? Where did that come from as a story element?
I always try to go with the like, well, someone did it, and someone thought that Old Man McGee was a vampire, and then but he really just was super OCD, and then they like. I hear that, I ran away from him and knocked over the salt shaker, and he was like, don't spill the salt. And then like totally had to like,
okay.
clean up all the, and then they were like, he's a vampire. Oh, that's how you stop him. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's how it happened.
I'm confused.
Okay, thank you.
Is it vampires or demons?
Well,
I heard
this
it
is
was
it. This is
vampire.
where he was going with it,
yes.
I think.
Well,
Okay,
I
okay.
yes. So now magically, if you make this spell, it will also affect demons. So
Got
there you
it.
go.
Great,
Yeah.
And
beautiful.
we just shifted it over.
To invoke that spell, you have to realize that this line here is called a diameter. At that point, you have a circumference. Everywhere on this circumference from that center point, the diameter is kind of the same distance. This right here is 1. That means this circumference is 3.14. 3.14. That is the ratio of the circumference to the diameter is 3.14 in any circle you make. That's pi. That's what pi symbolizes.
Every time.
Every time, baby.
Every single
Every
time.
Yep.
I love me some science.
Pi is exactly 3.
I feel like you're making this up.
Okay. There's a lot of presumptions, sure. But let's just go with it for now. It's the best we got.
Yes, I had some creative consulting on this episode, so it was like, so that's the thing. We're gonna make a pie pan. That's the because there's a horn of plenty. I was like, well, why not the pie pan of infinity? Because infinity is not a rational number either. So it's like boom, boom, boom. It's double the irrationality, and so we're just stacking them up. Stack them up.
I did really enjoy in this episode the idea of things were irrational, and that's what made things work, which was a fun sort of overarching theme.
Yep. And those modrons.
Yeah, look at that.
Like,
see? Yes.
That modron.
Right?
There's
He had an actual modron.
Yeah. I don't even know what that word means.
I just loved the idea that there were modrons who were just like, I can't handle this. Like, la, 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 la,
yes.
la, la, la.
That's how they would kind of be. It's cool. It's interesting. Another story take on culture and everything.
So, and
what a rabbit hole.
That's why they couldn't handle pi, because it was like they were literally the people going, pi is exactly 3. And so, and
yes.
and so that was, circumference was like, you should, the best way to trap me is to make this a circular a circular prison. And they were like, yeah. And so he convinced them using the pie pan to make him a circular prison. But then they kept going. They couldn't handle it. They was like, they're doing the math wrong. And anyway, that's what that was all about.
I seem to recall this time we had a conversation about some Roman empire or another that refused to. No, the Pope or someone who said in the Bible it says it's exactly 3.
Right.
And I recollect us having that conversation of what it would look like if it was exactly 3. And that's what that look on my face was, remembering that conversation.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, and that's one of those things too. It's like they got that math from, then it doesn't say specifically that pi is 3, but the building of some building, and it's not the Temple of David, but it's some other building that's in the Bible. And because it's something that really existed. And to
the Googles.
But they say the proportions. Like when they're talking about Noah's Ark, and they give you the proportions of Noah's Ark. They give you the proportions of this other building, and if you do the math of the proportions they give you, then pi comes out to 3. So,
Solomon's Temple.
Maybe it is Solomon's Temple. I'm not sure. So anyway, it's been a while.
That's what.
I think the modron also looks like if somebody's asking, the modron does look like it has faces on multiple sides.
Yeah,
it do. So many cubits. So
look, I didn't have enough time to make the whole pyramid out of this. Okay.
Fortunately, I absolutely love kitties.
I love this so much. I was not ready because I was not logged into the Nat 21, and I saw Mab going, "Oh my God, Kitty!" And then when she came on screen, I was like, "I'm done. I'm so glad I'm muted right now."
No, it was amazing.
And nobody got a chance to see before the show started that this is what's going on, because I didn't realize that today was daylight savings time day. Yeah. So I'm just going about my business, doing whatever. And then go look at my phone, and I've got a bunch of texts that are like, we started 20 minutes ago. Where are you? I was like, oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do that where you live.
Yeah. We don't Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time. No, so I was like, woo, I got all this time. I can't wait to hang out with everybody in 10 minutes. So I missed out on the very fun half an hour or so that we do before we start the show. Yeah. Where we figure out what the show is. No, we figure it out.
Hey, you figure out the polishing of what the show is.
Right.
Like just a little polishing, just a little.
Yeah. Right. And give everybody a chance to get acclimated to whatever the heck is happening with my face for that day.
Every time.
Right.
The Anubis slayed me. I was so glad I was dead by that point.
So good. So good. The cat being the Anubis. Oh my gosh. That was so good. So there we were. This party gets together with the Pyrat, with Mermab, with Omega 3.14159. And they all head over to try to break Circumference out of this weird, wacky prison. They they cut through the guards, which were actually just building the wall. They weren't even guards. And
kind of rude of us, but hey, adventure.
They're machines, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they climbed up around the spiral staircase, which then didn't lead to the room. Weirdly,
No, it didn't. And we didn't know why, because we went around and around a couple times and we couldn't figure it out. Until we heard in the distance, we heard, "Your wizard, Harry." We were like,
yeah, I was like, oh, it's gonna make it super obvious, but there it is.
Oh, great! No, it's fine. It was a good. What are you supposed to do as the dungeon master? You have a story, you have ideas, you need to move it along. You did it in a way that made it fun. Like, here's a fun little secret thing, and we'll figure it out together in a cultural reference. It was all perfect. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
So that was good.
They figured it out, and it was so funny because you were so close. Matt, you were so dead on with it, and I was like, "Yes, that's it." Well, and then you just have to spiral in a little bit more than the stairs are, and it was like, and no.
Yeah, I think I rolled a 1.
That's
yeah,
one.
Exactly.
It's the worst timing one.
It was great. And then so we got the circumference. You got the pan of infinity, and boy, Omega wiped that. You just wiped the board with that guy. like ouch. That was
thanks
beautiful.
to the help of the saints.
Yes, the Patreon saints just were like, we gotta murder that dude.
Plus 10.
Well,
plus 10. Double it.
That's what they get for being part of a conformist society that just completely rejects those who are a little bit different. That's what you get. Sorry.
You get murdered in the face, apparently.
Learn it. So I just threw a few other math things in there with Pythagoras. Oh man. Oh, I can't believe that he didn't hit. He hit. The triangle, the speed squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah.
Those had a magical ability that basically you were stunned with all of the math that like goes into everything. You were just like until you make your save. And you're just like, I can't do it until you figured it out, all the equations. And he was rational. He had to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Can't be having that.
I love everybody who's watching the show, the Patreon saints who are throwing in, who makes the story happen. Like they're just like, oh yeah. When even the people watching are emotionally invested in the action, that warms my heart. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And so then you got the pie pan, you got circumference, who was really just trying to just get out of there. You made it to I'm pretty sure that I loved the Sea of Emotions, because
that was a fun situation. Yeah.
And then, they're not always rational. And then the spring of eternal hope, or, because hope springs eternal.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. There's our poet.
And then Pyrad just walks right in, steals the water, walks right back.
Thanks, guys. It's been real. Appreciate you.
Gotta make this pie. Sorry.
Deuces.
We're going.
Gotta go. Merman had to be like flames.
Yeah. Flame wall at the end. A little like, poo.
That was beautiful.
I wrote a haiku. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Pie, rats, pie and rats. Oh, Captain, my pie captain. An irate pirate who jumped the gun. You were early. Now I understand why Romulus thinks the way he does of you.
Oh, rude. So rude.
Oh, Captain, my pie captain, an irate pirate. It counts out.
There you go.
Would you like to hear it again?
Yes.
Yes, do it again.
Do it again.
Since I messed it up. Good.
It's very dramatic. It's very dramatic. I hope you can
Very
handle
dramatic. Yeah, I'm trying.
pie, rats, pie and rats. Oh, Captain, my pie, Captain, an irate pirate.
There it is.
Okay,
Beautiful.
I wrote another haiku. Would you like to hear it?
This is the Haiku Wrap
Relevant.
Up.
Yes. I love this character.
This one is for a new friend that we have made. Their face. She has 3. It is a pleasure to meet you. We are now one team.
Aww.
Aww.
We are one. We
That
found
is
the
all I have
collective.
written. If you would like to hear it again, I can do it again.
So the thing that we didn't get to see is probably what happens next is Omega is going to try and get everyone to like climb on top of each other to form like Voltron kind of thing so that they can be like one piece of a whole destructor.
Which is
God.
normal in their society. Yeah.
This is normal.
That's that's home. That's comfortable.
Pirate's gonna be like, get off me!
And now we have the pie. Perhaps it will stun Kazoo. And then with the gems, they can pull those Demon Soul and maybe Slippery Steve's soul out without too much collateral damage.
Good.
You know there's going to be collateral damage.
I mean, yes.
That's
It's
right.
a minimal.
But now it is time, my friends, for the magical mailbag of holding.
Yay! I'm excited.
I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
Right?
At
Well-
least an hour.
We got not one, but 2 packages this week from Just Some Guy from Tennessee and Kathy Evans. Sent at different times, different locations, but arriving in one place at one time. Same day. Kind of weird. I have not seen them. I had the lovely and talented Madame Ansa unwrap them so that it's a little faster because apparently they're super wrapped so that they didn't get destroyed. And it came with a note. Like all pies should come with.
Yes.
This came with a note. And Just Some Guy from Tennessee. Dear Nat 21 Adventurers, I thought you would like to have some of the things I was inspired to make by your show. I like to think that I, at some point, Loon or Kazoo decapitated a dragon and Hypatia turned it into a projectile weapon. I know that didn't happen in the show, but it's my headcanon.
I'm here for it.
Of course, I also printed a couple of banana assassins.
Aw.
Also in the box is a model of the Legion of Gnome headquarters, as I interpret it. Oh, and a Paolo bear. That's in a Paolo bear.
I'm here for it.
Paolo bears.
And I think a mimic may have also snuck inside the box, so be careful. Thanks for all the fun. Well,
Yeah,
thank
okay.
you, Just Some Guy from Tennessee. I
Thank
cannot wait to see what this is. We're good.
I'm
Oh,
going
wow.
to make you larger now.
I think
There we
they're
go.
Yeah, good.
You are allowed
given
now.
to me
Good.
in a particular order. Casual unwrapping. It's like an unboxing thing. Oh my gosh. A magical mailbag of holding. What is our first little guy is, oh yes, you've seen him on Discord. It is in fact
Wow.
Oh my god.
banana
Oh,
assassin.
Oh
wow.
my
That
god.
is incredible. I have a quick question for you.
Wow.
Yes.
Banana.
Is that a banana?
Is that a banana?
Yes.
Was that a banana?
I want to see the banana assassin and the pie and Ratbeard go at it.
Oh man. Epic.
Just
Epic.
two
Oh, that was beautiful.
screaming. Oh my god.
A little guy.
I also want to make sure that everybody knows. So, Just Some Guy from Tennessee, so that you
Somebody
know.
call him.
Uh-oh. we are going to unwrap some of your other things next week as well.
So only half we're getting tonight.
That's right. So what do we have here? Okay. Oh, it's the second version of Banana Assassin. All right.
Yeah.
A couple of different versions just to make sure.
That we're
Fun. I love his little hat like that. Yeah.
Well, he is, I believe, in the Legion of Gnome, and all
Yes,
members
official
of the
member.
Legion of Gnome.
Yeah.
That is the official hat. Yes.
All members of the
Good
Legion
call.
of Gnome get a gnome hat.
Correct.
I see. Everybody who joins up gets the hat.
Oh,
I'm excited.
I believe
Life goal.
this is. Oh, it is.
Yeah, I love it. I love
What
it.
is it?
Come on, show the rest of the
Off in
class.
the distance, you come to the swamp, and there, rising from the waters,
The Legion of No. Finally,
That is incredible.
a callback to the Legion of Doom. I'm so happy
Wow.
right now. I needed that.
Oh my goodness.
the Legion of Gnome.
You know this is a sign of achieving life goals. Like that right there.
Oh my
That's
god!
what-
I never says Legion
You're
of Gnome.
so good. Oh man.
So,
Mab died. Mab is dead.
yes. I think he killed me.
That makes me so happy.
So
All right.
fun. Oh my goodness.
So
my
Paul
God.
seems to think that that's going to live at his house.
No, you should pass that
Joke's
like
on
the
you.
hockey trophy. You spin it around every
right,
like
that's
throughout the year. Send it to each
We're
other
gonna-
for a little while.
Nat 21 Con, you know that's going to be there. Yeah. All right.
I have
So
a place of honor under plexiglass.
now, because there were so
Mhm.
many things, so Ansa decided that those were the ones that are like the mostly like relevant for this week, because they so the next ones we'll do next week for the mailbag of holding, because of course the mailbag of holding can hold all these things. But we have another package.
Not a euphemism.
This one's
No,
sweet.
not really. No.
Now it's
Evan.
chewy.
Yes, has sent us something large, and I'm
Not a euphemism.
I swear, you guys.
okay.
So many things are not a
Oh my gosh.
euphemism around here.
Okay. Oh.
Oh,
There actually is like okay. There's like a.
a letter.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Bless
Okay.
you.
All right. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Okay.
Blessings
So-
and tear.
So there are. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Is it a scavenger hunt?
All right. So hello, Nat 21. I've been watching for a while and really enjoy the adventures. The banana caught my imagination. I had to make a puppet banana assassin and friends. I hear you might be doing a side quest or a prequel or sequel or flashbacks, which, yeah, we will now.
Absolutely.
Now we are.
Let your
So easy to
imagination,
make something canon around here.
I know,
right? Let your imagination run wild with this bunch. The second banana could be used for the banana assassin or yet another banana character. You can never have too many bananas. That is true.
They
Have
come
fun
in
with them.
bunches.
Enjoy the game every week. They do come in bunches, of course. I thought I would contribute to the banana madness. These are some of the ideas that popped into my head as I watched the show. You don't have to use them. Thank you for the inspiration you give us. Well, thank you, Kathy,
Oh my
for
gosh.
giving us
Thank you.
inspiration, because I'm always about snagging some good ideas. And she wrote bios of the various characters.
Oh my gosh. Stop.
Which-
wow.
Yes.
I'm gonna put these up on our Discord and on our Patreon for sure. Oh my gosh! So wait, are they in here? Are they in here?
No,
Oh my
that has to be another package.
Okay. All right. So I just want to
Uh-oh.
point out that there are gnome hats.
Oh
no hats for them.
no.
So they can join the Legion of Gnome. And there are indeed Gigantic.
Oh my gosh.
I love you all so much.
Wow.
These are nunchucks. Those are nunchucks.
Wow.
Oh my God, stop it. They're little puppets. They're little
villain mask. The
Wait.
All right. I believe Kathy has won everything.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yes.
And they
What?
have headbands. That other one.
Oh my God.
That's a Naruto.
Oh my God.
Naruto
They're
banana.
so good.
I was like, Naruto. I want evil Veggie Tales. Me too, just some guy.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Me
see,
too.
that's the thing. They're not veggies. They're fruit. So it's
They're
a fruit tail.
Stop it.
What?
Oh, and this is so that you can hold more than one at a time. Oh my gosh.
Banana holder.
It's
Wow.
like
my
Cobra Kai for
God.
bananas.
It is Cobra Kai.
Cobra
Oh my God.
Banana. Cobra
Right, because
Banana.
there's 3 of them. So you have to
Cobra
hold two.
Banana. Oh my God, I'm dead.
Banana
yo.
Kai?
Amazing.
Is it banana
Banana
Kai?
Kai. Banana Kai.
All right, I'm gonna
Oh.
say this as Mab Paul. You need to send this to me so I can make some really short videos. I'm
Look at
100%
that.
gonna make short videos with
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why? Oh my God. They're so.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh. So
Look at how
again,
good those look. And here I am just using a real banana like an idiot.
like a chump.
Put a gnome hat on one so we can get the full.
Oh my
effect.
gosh.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh, it has to be excited right now where you are. Oh my, like you're touching them. You're look at those arms.
I'll cut you. I'll cut
that
you.
knife looks deadly.
He
That's
looks so
nice.
Build
angry.
the tail.
Look how angry his eyebrows. Look, I mean, his
Look
just
at
Do
you.
not fuck with that banana.
Angry, happy, angry, happy.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine that running up on you in the streets? Like, just-
Listen, pal.
Nobody wants
Nah,
that.
bro, I don't want no trouble. I don't want any trouble.
These are the most beautiful thing, Kathy.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You might
Now-
guys might need to add another whole show slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so not
Adventures of
only
Banana Assassin and crew.
not only do we only have miniatures now for our set for Action Cam, we now have full blown banana puppets
Right?
to just
Yeah.
Wow, you guys, I
dead.
am blown away.
So again, she sent pictures of each one with their background.
Oh,
I'm totally gonna put this up on our Patreon and our
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know.
I wanna
who
know their
those
whole
bananas are.
backstory.
I want to
Yes.
know more
yeah,
about
oh
them.
my gosh. It's it's sometimes, and I just have to say, like, sometimes, as a dungeon master, and you're like, oh, you have an 8-page backstory. That's great. I really can't wait to read your 8-page backstory for your character. That's super awesome.
Paul, you told me that before. Why do I suddenly doubt you?
And 3 pages is plenty. But
All right.
honestly,
Well, now,
I was
thanks for
like,
letting us
oh my
know.
gosh, yes, send me more backstory.
we need just
All
a
right.
night. We just need a night to just read these.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
we can just do a whole thing
I'm
of
just-
each one.
Tell you what, I'll just read one for now, then I'll
Yeah.
put the rest up on the thing. So,
Okay.
and I mean, they all have different names too. So they all have
Obviously.
Wilt de Peel. Wait. And Kate Tana, who's the angry, that's the angry one with the knives. Yes. Kate Tana. And
Kate Tana. Kate
yeah.
Tana.
I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh,
banana.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so bio for Wilt de Peer. Peel, sorry. Wilt de Peel. Peel with a Y. E. He
Pile.
was
Oh my god.
He was an ordinary person. Job hunting took him to the abode of a wizard. It was a nice job. The wizard tried a new spell one day. It had an unusual outcome. He went from human to banana. It was a shock at first. There was a problem. The counter spell was in one of the dusty tomes. Until it was found, He was a different species, a banana. He found some new abilities, being a banana. He practiced his knife skills with a kitchen knife. He heard a commotion. The wizard was arguing with someone. A folded paper slid into the chamber. A voice said, "Take this to the magic shop. They'll know what to do." He ran as fast as his little feet could run. Gave him the message. The owner was a little shocked, seeing a talking banana. "Hey, is that a banana?" They ran back to the wizard's place to find him badly injured. He told him to leave. He was sorry he could not return his human form. He left to avenge the ones who attacked the wizard. He took his knife and a few belongings and began the dark side of his life. Most called him the Black Spot. He eventually joined the Rotten Bunch.
Yeah.
In my headcanon, it is now the same wizard who just has got one spell. He literally has one spell.
I got one spell on this planet, and it's turning people into bananas.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
That's so good. Yeah.
I can't brain anymore. My face hurts.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think I'm done.
Well, thank you both to Just Some Guy from Tennessee. We have more. He's gonna have more presents next week. And thank you, Kathy Evans, for these bananas. Oh my gosh, just this is, already, like, what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen. Just because, I mean,
There's gonna be a Sunday side quest of just this.
I hope so.
Just bananas. It's gonna be bananas.
Can I get like a Marshall Melon to like come and try and defeat them?
That's right. That's our next game. Oops, all bananas.
Well, I know for a fact that Yodrick does not know that there could possibly be other bananas. Like, he has no idea. He definitely thinks he's the only banana.
Surprise!
Oh my
Maybe,
gosh.
not all of the bananas are bad.
Well, thank you, everyone. Yeah, we've only got 2 more weeks left in March. We got to get that AAA game going. Our Grand Patreon Saints game is happening at some point. So we're going to get together and figure out when. Let's see. It's Sunday night. Tomorrow night we have I was about to say Murder Hobo. Our Glamour Hobo.
Hold on, just a moment.
Well, now she has a theme.
No,
That's right.
the murder hobo.
Murder Hobo. Our Glamour Hobo Bedtime Tales with Carmel Clavin. She is a fantastic performer. She also has a lovely, sultry voice that is charming to hear. And she'll tell you some bedtime stories. She reads sci-fi. She reads some microfictions, whirling in some Eart backstories as well. And I may have to end up giving her some of these bananas so that she can do a little, maybe tell a little backstory, a little banana backstory. I don't know. Might just happen. We'll see what she can do. That's Monday night. Tuesday night is our main game. Look, we have stuff for you every night from Sunday to Thursday. Of course, Glamour Hobo, 11 p.m. Monday night. Tuesday night, our game, 8 p.m. Wednesday, 12:30 p.m., Creating with the Crew. We're making art. We are talking shop. We're going to be talking about the game that happened just the night before. And then 8 p.m. Wednesday night, World Spirit Tarot with Madame Onsa, who is a world-renowned tarot artist, reader, and she does a little class, shows you a little bit of insight, gives you a little insight about the tarot, and then we'll do some readings for you. So come on out and check that out as well. Thursday night, of course, Thursday morning, we have Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. Spend a little time with Shakespeare, write a sonnet, hang out, chill. He loves it. So and then Gothic Horror Gaming, 10 p.m., we are wrapping up this first game. And my friends, if you like Gothic Horror Gaming, let us know. And we will continue that gaming until we stop.
Yes.
Until we stop. So you just let us know. We've had some great feedback thus far about the game. and we'd love to hear more. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Louis, thank you for being our special
Thank
guest.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Great to see you. I
you.
really enjoyed playing with all of you. What a
Absolutely.
joy. What
Love
a
to
joy
see
for
you.
So much
me.
fun.
Thank you. And everybody in the
Every time.
chat.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
And don't forget littleempire.com and you can get all your cool things for gaming. I love that dice jail, and we're waiting for that Baba Yaga hut.
It's hard
Oh
to
my
make
God.
things.
It's
It's hard to make it. I've been having to learn 3D. Anyway, side
Yeah.
That's a
story.
whole other
You
thing.
all are great.
We're holding out. We're holding out for it. Definitely want to get that dice jail though.
Great.
And
great.
and of course, Mab, Kitty Chaos, and Mayhemmer. Absolutely fantastic jobs tonight. Everyone watching, thanks so much for joining us, and hope you have a great time. That's killing me. Enjoy the night. This has been the Haiku Wrap Up. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching the show.
At each close of show, to see Romulus we go. Haiku synopsis. In 575, hear our wizard summarize these strange times we face.